Studnick Aquatics here. I have a box opening to do here, and this is a little bit of a different one here. And I'm not going to do a review while I do this because this will take long enough on its own. If you hear a little noise, I moved a couple of my finches in here. Had to take them out of the flight cage. The zebras are a little mean. I'm having a little bit of buffalo trace with this while I'm doing this. A couple ice cubes. And I think I'll smoke a cigar while I do this. And sometimes this is the hardest part, figuring out what cigar to smoke. So I believe I should have one I haven't had in quite a while. I believe I want something that's not real big. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and have an Oliva Connecticut Reserve. This is a Petite Corona. So I am going to go ahead and get this little cigar lid up here, and then we will open this box. Okay, have cigar lid now. These are good little cigars if you haven't tried one. Give them a whirl. I really do like them. I especially like them in the morning, but I haven't eaten yet, so I thought I'd just have one of these. And what this is, I'll show you what this is going to be. I had one for a long time. It was a different brand, and it wasn't really doing the job anymore. And I get a lot of questions about this. This is an air purifier, and this is by Coway. I believe they pronounce it C-O-W-A-Y, and this is actually the AP1512HH. I did a lot of research on this. I turned it over to my daughter and let her do research on it, and I started out with a list of the top 10 air purifiers for cigars, indoors of course. And I went off of that list, and the Rabbit Air comes up all the time. I considered getting the Rabbit Air, but it's also $600. And when you start going through reviews are relative. I mean, you can find good reviews and bad reviews on absolutely every product there ever was. And I really didn't want to spend $600. But this one, I believe, is the way to go. And I will let you know how this goes as we go along here. But that's what this is. I am going to go ahead and get this box out of this brown one, and then we'll go ahead and finish doing this unboxing. And in the meantime, I'm having me a little bit of Buffalo Trace, having a good little cigar. And I will obviously let you know why I got this one and also how well it works over time. It can cover up to 360 square feet, and this room is only about 120 square feet. So with the door open, it'll do a very, very good job. So I'll add more to this. You definitely want to make sure it does have the carbon filter, because the carbon filter is what takes out odor. The Hepa filter is what takes out the actual smoke particles. So you want to make sure you have those two. There's also mechanical filtration and so forth. So one of the reasons I liked this one is because it has automatic speed control, which is nice, because otherwise when you come into your smoking room and you're going to have a cigar, it's like, oh, I need to turn on the air filter in order to, have a cigar. You don't want to have it so it just runs all the time and it's noisy, and this one is supposed to be fairly quiet. And if it detects something in the air, such as cigar smoke, then it kicks into a higher mode and filters the air. And the reviews on it is absolutely wonderful. You have to be really careful with reviews, because companies actually pay employees money to give their products good reviews. So there are some apps out there you can pull up that help sort through some of that stuff and get to the real reviews. And like I said, I don't care what you review. Somebody is going to love it and somebody's going to hate it. Every single product on the face of the planet that's ever been reviewed, somebody loves it and somebody hates it. So that's just kind of the way it is. You have to sort through it. But I really think that this is going to be a really good product. And the one I had before, I forget what brand it wasn't near this good. I had to turn it on each time. And I really didn't use it that much, because in this room, what I do when I smoke a cigar typically is I crack that window over there a little bit, and I also can open up these French doors if I need to. One thing you do not want to do is you do not want to smoke a cheap cigar in your house, because inexpensive, cheap, or economy type cigars give off odors that are not good. That's just because of the tobacco that you're smoking. So if you do that and you smoke a cheap cigar in your house, well, that creates a problem. That can create a, that's where a lot of that really bad odor comes from. The other thing you want to do, other than making sure it's a good cigar when you do smoke in the house, is make sure you have some good ventilation, and never snuff out a cigar. Like you see people do with cigarettes. Do not do that. They do not have paper products in them. They're 100% tobacco. You let them sit, they go out. So you don't have to snuff it out. When you snuff it out, that gives off some really bad odor. And the other thing you want to do is, as soon as I'm done with the cigar, I get rid of it. I actually take it out. My garden is right outside that door. I toss it on my garden, and I till the tobacco into my garden. So I get it out of here immediately, because the cigar butt will stink. And I take this ashtray into the bathroom, I rinse it, and I wash it out, and I put it back. I do it every single time right away. I then light a candle in the living room. I don't light one in here. I do light a candle in the living room, and it's a candle that's made for removing smoke, primarily cigarette smoke, but it does work. And I believe I got it at Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. So if I can get this thing open with one hand, I'll be really, really surprised. But we will try. These are good little cigars. I really like them. So anyway, pretty good size unit, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and lift this out and get that plastic off. Okay, it looks to me like it has a sensor on here, which is this little one right here. And if it shows blue, the air is clean. If it shows polluted, it's dark purple. And if it's heavily polluted, it's red. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. And then when you get in there, you have to pull your filters out, which I've already done that. And then I need to remove the plastic bags from them and then put them back in. And once I get those back in, then it's a matter of just turning the thing on. So I'm going to do that. Okay, this is the first stage. This is the pre-filter. This is what removes mechanical particulates, the large particulates. I mean, they don't have to be large because this is a very fine screen, but that's what this is for. That goes on the outside. The next one in there is the deodorization filter, which is basically high-grade carbon, is what that is. And that removes your odors, all of your odors. This is the true Hepa filter. It shows which side is the front by these little tabs. So all you do is you slide it down in there first, make sure it's in there all the way, and then you put the deodorization filter in, which is that one right there. Make sure it's in there nice and snug. And then the last one is this one here, and it has these tabs on it, and I believe these tabs go on top. And so this puts down into a notch like so, and then they should click in. Yeah, they click in. And that's all there is to it. And I will be ordering some spare filters for those. Yeah, that's all there is to that. And then this is actually hinged. This is the front. You have your hinges down here. If I can figure out where they are. They're right there. And lock it on, and that's it. They do sell it in white, and they sell it in black. The black one was a little bit less expensive than the white one, and I do have a black liquor cabinet over there, and I have black curtains, so that goes fine. So my plan is to set this over here. I'm going to read up on it and find out if you have to have it a certain distance from the wall and that type of thing, and then I will go ahead and plug it in. So I see my battery's getting low, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut this camera down, charge the battery a little bit, and then I'll do some reading and get it turned on, and then I'll add one last piece to this video. Okay, I have the thing running now, and it's a small room, and so when I turned it on, I've been smoking a cigar in here, so it shows that the air quality is at the high end, and it starts out as blue when it's good, and then purple when it's not as good, and then red when it really needs cleaned. So I took it off auto mode so you can hear. It is a little loud on 3, but I'm going to keep it on auto mode so that it automatic, and if you put it on auto right now, it runs on 3. So I thought I would shut that off so you could hear me a little better. When I'm doing cigar reviews, I will probably take it off of auto and just put it on the low speed because it's really quiet. And then when I'm done, I'll kick it on auto. And so you can turn the ionizer on and off if you want to. This here is a timer. You can have it run for 1 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours, or continuous. And these little lights here will show you when you need to replace the Hepa filter or the odorizer filter, the one that removes the odor. It does say that the mechanical filter, you should, every 2 to 3 weeks, just rinse it off or brush it off, but you can rinse it and then let it dry. The odor filter every 6 months and Hepa filter every year. So I'll let you know how this thing works. It ran about 150 bucks, you know, which isn't bad because some of them are very expensive and this one came very highly rated. So I'll let you know how this goes, and I'm going to kick this thing back onto auto mode, and I will show you if you can hear the speeds. See, it's a little louder there. And when you kick it on 3, it makes a pretty good noise. So if you had it in a bedroom or something, you might want to have it on a timer so it would kick off, so it wouldn't be noisy, or just set it on 1. But what I will do is I will set it on auto. And it's automatically running on 3 right now because I just got done smoking a cigar in here. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes before that light goes down to blue. So I am going, just finished my cigar. I'm going to clean that stuff up, drink the rest of my Buffalo Trace, and call it an evening. So this is Studnick Aquatics, and keep smoking cigars.